Hello, wanted to do a little unboxing of my Nashville Pack Cutaway 30. And so just got this in the mail today. I'm going to do an unboxing, show you a little bit about it. So, got the vest straps. Have the pack here itself. And so I have the Cutaway 30. And I got this in the Ultra Grid fabric. You can get a really wide variety of different fabrics here. And for me, the Ultra Grid, for the type of hiking I do and where I hike, it was the best option for me. And I'm really happy that I did it. Also, another nice thing about the Ultra Grid fabric is that it has a lot of different color choices. And so that was something that's really important to me. Obviously, as you take a look, it's customized in just about every different way. And so, you can get these in customized, where you can arrange the colors however you want. And that's what I did. So each pocket is a different color. The body is a different color. The user panel is a different color. Up here at the top, this is a different color. Bottom pocket's a different color. So I really went all out and got all kinds of different colors. And so that's what I really liked about it. And so again, you're looking at a 30-liter pack. And so up to the collar is probably 26 or so liters. You have an additional 8 liters up in the collar. And then the pouch on the back has additional about 10.5 liters here. So very light, frameless pack. Everything looks well made. I really like Nashville Pack and how they hand make everything themselves. Right there, kind of handmade in Tennessee. Obviously, pretty close to Nashville is where they're at. So we have some of the chest straps that go on there in one of the pockets there. Everything is very well made. They stitch everything themselves. They sew everything themselves. Everything in here is well done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to show you kind of the finished product, and then show you some on-trail action with the pack. So here we go. Wanted to show you a little bit more detailed here on the unboxing here. So you've got 3 chest straps, 1 that is elastic, 2 that are static. Normally people will use 2 or 3 with the static being on the bottom. And that's the correct orientation for the straps. We'll put those on here in a minute. And these, what I really like is that these, you can customize where you put it. You see all the different places where you can put the chest straps. Very nice. Straps have a pocket up here on the shoulder, pocket in the middle, and a pocket on the bottom on both sides. So 6 total pockets on the straps themselves. Let's go over to the pack. So here's the collar, and we're looking at the front of the pack here. Here's your collar with a couple of snaps. You have your Y strap here that I'll show you here in a minute once I get it put together. You have a big pocket on the back with a shelf in here for smaller items, which is really nice. You have individual pockets on the side for water bottles or whatever you want to put, but what I really like is that you can reach all the way through. So this pocket assembly is one big pocket. Flip it over to the back. So again, you can see the color customization I did. I had a different color on the collar up here. The back, you can get this in whatever color that they have available. And you can see these are where the straps attach. And so you see all the different customizations. So you can really put this wider, narrower. You can really do a lot of customization there. This bottom pocket here, what I really like, it accesses from right above your rear end, and so you can just kind of reach right around behind you. and get into this big stretchy pocket, which can fit so much in there. It's really nice. Take a look inside. You can see it's just a big, wide open compartment there. So very nice. Stitching is done very well. Highly impressed with this pack. Really looking forward to using it. And you can see it tapers. It starts really wide at the top, kind of tapers down towards the bottom. Very nice. Really looking forward to giving this a try. So I'll put it together and show you a picture of it put together. Okay, I'm going to show you really quick how I load my bag up here. So first I'm going to start off with the sleeping bag. It's usually pretty lightweight, compact. I can just stick it right down in the bottom. And then there is some room on each side, so I'm just going to stick a couple of ditty bags down in there along the side since I do have some room there. Next I'm going to go in with my tent. That's going to go in sideways right in, and my sleeping pad. And finally, I just have kind of a everyday ditty bag. I'm just going to stick right on top. And that still leaves this entire sleeve, this entire top half here, still leaves all of that room there. So you've got a lot of room where you can pack your food, anything else that you want to take with you. Snap these, get the air out, roll it down. Grab my Y strap, come across the top, snap it in, and now that's going to support this back pouch. And I need my tent poles, because my tent is not a trekking pole tent. That's going to go in there. Tent stakes, going to go in that pocket. Got my water filter, going to put it on the shelf pocket here, because I'll be using that a lot. So then last thing is water bottles. One in there, one in there, and then I just have a small water bottle that I'll put in the front, one of the front chest straps. So there we go. So that is fully loaded down, ready to go. And so I'm really eager to get this out on the trail and test it out. And so you still have this entire bottom pocket here that you can put snacks, put whatever you want in this very bottom pocket. And I do have my sit pad on here just as give my something to go against my back there. And so there we go, ready to go. Anxious to try it out on the trail. I'll show you some of that. So this is after the pack has been fully assembled, and I have it loaded down with my sleeping bag, my tent, my sleeping pad, some ditty bags, some water bottles, and everything like that. As you can see, here's how the vest straps work. The straps are extremely long, so I'll probably be cutting those or figuring out something to do with those. I've got a water bottle here. There's plenty of room for snacks. You've got, these top pockets where you can put your lights, your GPS device, whatever you want up here. Very good. As you can see from a side profile, from back. So fits is so comfortable because this is a frameless pack, and so again, it doesn't have, I did not get the hip belts. They do have hip belts that come with it. Mixed reviews on whether or not they make a difference or not, but I'm not going to be doing any trail running, so I don't really need it to hold it to my body. But as far as weight distribution, being frameless, it's not going to transfer anything down to your waist with the hip belts. And so I do not have the hip belts, and this method with the straps here, the running vest style straps, really keeps the weight across your upper body. So it's not really on my shoulders. I don't really feel it on my shoulders. I feel it kind of across the upper body here, and extremely comfortable. Probably the most comfortable pack I've ever worn. So I really like it, and looking forward to doing some testing out on the trail. So that's what I'll show you. So the maiden voyage for the Nashville Pack 30-liter Cutaway, and really liking this pack. Super comfortable. Got about a 20-mile day today, so I'm going to put it through its paces just on a short day hike here. But so far, a really great pack. Super comfortable. I don't have it loaded down, so it's not a whole lot of weight in it, but so far it's really been nice. Super comfortable. Fits like a glove. So as I get some miles under my feet, the first thing that I notice is the chest straps really hug you, distribute that weight really well across your chest. Super comfortable. We'll need just a little bit of adjustments to the straps, but I'll make those along the trail as I go. So I did get the 18-inch torso, and I like that. I wish if I'd make a change, I probably would change to the 16-inch just because of how low this sits, especially if you have things in that bottom pocket. I've got a lot of snacks and stuff in the bottom pocket, and so it just sits a little bit low for my personal preference. But some other things I like about it is that you can really adjust these straps to be closer together, further apart. The chest straps, you can adjust those up and down, and so a lot of customization you can do to fit the pack to you. The other thing I like is on this back pocket. You know, I've got some things stored all the way in the bottom back here of that back pocket. I can just reach through my water bottle pouch and go all the way into that pocket. Really like that. That way I don't have to stop, take the pack off. So I think that they've really done a good job of designing this pack to keep you moving, so that you don't have to stop, take your pack off, do whatever. You have a lot of access points and a lot of pockets to kind of store everything that you need. So I really like that. I'm gonna get some miles under me. I'll report back in a minute. These straps are amazing. And they come in 3 different lengths, and I got the middle length. I think it's 17.5 inches, the middle one. They make a little bit longer and a little bit shorter. And so I am 5'7", about 155 pounds, and these come right to the base of my rib cage there, which I think is about the perfect size for me. If they were any longer, they would be hanging down. Any shorter, and they'd be kind of pushing into my ribs. So, you know, definitely take a look if you're thinking about ordering. Take a look at their sizing. They've got a good video to help you judge the right length. And so these are about perfect for me. And so besides all the pockets on it, I mean, I've got stuff stored everywhere in this thing, and it's so great, because what I was worried about with my last pack with the hip belt, it had pockets on it. And so I was like, man, where am I going to put all this stuff? Well, you've got lots of pockets on these shoulders. And what it does, as you kind of load these pockets down, it kind of counterbalances what's in the back. So, but I really like the style of these. They're very breathable. I've noticed that already. And they really do center the weight right here on your chest. That's where you feel it. You don't feel the weight in your shoulders like I expected to. You feel it right here in your chest. And that's nice. It makes it very comfortable, very easy to wear a pack. So here you go. I want to talk a little bit about the different materials that these packs are made out of. So, you know, they've got just their regular standard packs that are made out of one particular type of material. And then your made to order packs, you can go and pick which type of material you want based off of, you know, what your hiking style is, where you're going to be hiking. For me, the Ultra Grid was the way to go. Super lightweight, durable. Downfall to it is that it's not necessarily the most waterproof or water resistant, but I do mostly day hiking and some overnight camping, and so I'm not really too concerned with rain, and I do keep everything inside of it in a pack liner. So anything I don't want to get wet, I'll always keep in the pack liner. But the Ultra Grid is really good material. Plus it comes in a lot of different colors, and so that's what I really like. They make some that are a little bit thicker. They're Alula composite, graphite composite, whatever it's called, fabric. It is really nice, but it's a premium, so it's going to cost you. But anyway, take a look at their materials, figure out what works best for you, and they can make it for you. There we go. So I've hiked 20 miles today in my Nashville Pack 30-liter Cutaway, and I am super impressed with this pack. The weight has been carried very well right across my chest. My shoulders aren't sore at all, and I just can't say enough good things about them. Getting in and out of the pockets has been easy. The storage has been fantastic, and it has just held up wonderfully. And so I would highly recommend it. Definitely look into this pack. I mostly do day hikes and overnights, and so a 30-liter pack is about perfect for my needs. Can work for a day hike, or can work for an overnight. If you're looking to through hike, I'd probably step up to the 40-liter and do some thinking about the size of it, because my torso is really about an 18 or 19, and I bought an 18, and it does hang just a little bit low. And so that's the only thing I would change about this pack, is that if I were to reorder it, I would get the 16 instead of the 18, just so it sat just a little bit higher up on my back. But I am super happy with this pack, and definitely reach out to Grant over at Nashville Packs. Fantastic pack. So there we go, 20 miles, mostly on the Appalachian Trail, Nashville Cutaway 30-liter.